All right, welcome to MindBody Chair Yoga. I'll meet you on the chair and you'll want to grab a block for this practice today. So just having that block slightly out of the way until we need it. And we'll come forward in the chair, take the knees nice and wide, maybe little movements that might feel just like nice before we move into some relative stillness. And then allowing yourself to arrive in the body. Closing the eyes or gazing downward so that we can bring an internal gaze toward the body. And bringing our attention to whatever we might notice, sensation. Maybe there might be a charge, like an emotional charge or a worry. And also we can notice like if the mind is like really like pulley and yanky a bit, like some days it's easy to come into the practice. Like there's just like, oh, you can just settle right into it. And other days it can be a bit of a push-pull, a bit of a struggle. So honoring wherever you're at today, and turning the attention inward toward the breath. And as best you can, maintaining this focus as we observe the breath flowing in and out of the body. Tuning to the body. I'm thinking about this idea of listening to the body so that we can respond to the body. And not just respond, but respond skillfully to the body, because we can respond by ignoring sensation, right? Like, I don't have time for this. I'm not going to pay attention to this sensation. So that's an approach. Maybe not super skillful, unless you're like, I'm going to ignore this, but I'm going to come back to it. There's skill in that. So just observing this response, reaction to what we notice in the body. And we'll bring our hands up to heart center and initiate our practice with the unifying Om as we inhale together. Really opening the eyes, exhaling, releasing. Great. Let's roll up these shoulders. Inhale forward and up. Exhale back and down. And really come into noticing the sensation, the movement, the structure of the shoulders, this forward, up, back and down, how it moves the muscles, lengthens, maybe releases a little bit of tension here and there. Okay, release. And we'll bring our I Dream of Genie arms. Doesn't matter which one's on top. So just going to inhale, arms up, exhale down, switch it over, inhale up. And exhale down. We'll do that 2 more times. And as we do this, like we're lifting the arms up, what do you notice in the back? What muscles are being pulled? Okay, let's do that again. How is this beneficial to the body in this moment? Reach those arms out, and we're going to rotate one shoulder forward, rotate one shoulder back. Look at the gaze, or gaze over the open hand. Inhale. And exhale, switch it over. So just alternating shoulders, one rolling forward, one rolling back. so that we can feel this little bit of like that ringing action. Okay, so if you imagine, you know, the muscles, the stretching, the lengthening, and how they're attached to the rib cage and the spine, and all that lovely movement. Okay, we're gonna release and just get watery. Stretch out the face, squeeze the, spread the toes, just get really loosey-goosey here. Good. Right arm on top, big breath in, gaze, heart and belly stay forward. This is an arm and shoulder stretch, so pull the elbows over to one side and then inhale back. And here we go, let's get curious. As we pull the elbows over, what's going on there in that upper left-hand part of the body? We're stretching, we're lengthening those muscles out, over, and switch the arm over, inhale, exhale. Keep that gaze, heart forward. Again, let's get curious. Bring the elbows over. What's going on with the scapula? Oh, bring those arms back. Another little roll. Good. Inhale, fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, fingertips down to the shoulder as best you can. Inhale them back up and exhale over to the other side. We're going to repeat that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale down. And then you always have that option to kind of clasp the fingertips, create a bit of resistance. And here, this really makes it quite clear, like what muscles are being strengthened. As soon as I come into that resistance, I can feel tension leaving the body. So just being careful not to overdo it. Reach those arms up. Exhale, trace those angel wings back behind you. Let's grab either your wrists, your forearms, or your elbows. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other. Lift the heart. Really open up through the chest. And then I want you to breathe deeply into the chest. Sensing into the expansion of the rib cage. One more big breath in here. And release. Good. Let's clasp those fingers in front and we'll do our infinity sign. Elephant trunk movement. And then start small and then just get a little bit wider. Okay, and release. Great. Bring those hands down. We'll grow tall. Inhaling, exhaling. Chin comes down toward the chest. Let the head get heavy. Both shoulders are soft. Just let the head get heavy, even before we start moving it. Bring your attention to the back of the neck. Let's see if you can, just with the weight of the neck, explore expansion. And once you feel that little bit of give, gently start the left and the right movement back and forth. Get curious. Move at your pace. Come back to center. Inhale, lift the chin. Big breath in. Good. Exhale, gaze over one side. Inhale back to center. Gaze over the other side. Check out your range of motion. Inhale back to center. Grab your wrists, forearms, or elbows again. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, gaze, and we're going to pause. Draw this, so I'm looking over my left shoulder. Draw your right shoulder down slightly as you gaze over the shoulder. See if you can explore some lengthening without forcing, some lengthening through here. And then inhale back to center. Exhale over to the other side. Stretch out the face and draw that left shoulder down, gazing over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center. We're going to release the hands. Great. Big breath in. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Just let both shoulders be soft. Okay. Now take your left hand over onto the right shoulder. Press kind of down. I'm going to come a little closer so you can see me. Press down like you're pulling kind of like the skin down a bit, and then take your other hand on. So you've got this real anchoring. Okay. Lean and look up a little bit. And now we're going to do our bit of movement where we go between point A and point B. So just a slightly different angle. And what this does, it kind of anchors the fascia. So if you even want to take the hands and like kind of pull down, remember this is like, we're not forcing, this is like 60%, right? Like, okay, nose comes to the shoulder, big breath in, and exhale, chin to throat. Nose to shoulder, maybe even beyond, and then chin to throat. So this act of kind of pressing here anchors the muscles, right? So that we get that stretch in two directions. Okay, we're going to release. Yeah, I like that, Suzanne. Let's get really nice and watery. Good. And just see what you notice. There's a shift or a change. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale the ear over again. And we'll take our right hand and just kind of pull down. You can even kind of all the way down the neck and then anchor it with this hand. Let the head get heavy. Lean it back a little. So you'll feel that there's a bit of tension there. So we're just gently, not forcing. And if you got to ease up on the hands, ease up. Lean up and then look up into the corner and then down to the shoulder. Up and down. And then we're going to take the nose down to the shoulder, tuck the chin in toward the throat, back and forth. And if you feel like you need to re-anchor or reposition the hand just to, check in that this is useful. And then release, stretch out the face, big breath in. Big breath out. I hope you liked that. I love it. I love your comments at the end. Okay. Coming back to the seat, we're going to lift our heels. And we're going to tuck and lift the tailbone. And really exploring, especially the tuck. When we tuck, because this is where a lot of tension in the low back, especially if we're driving long distances. This is a great little warm up and even something to do after you've been driving, just to release some of that tension. Now, drop the heels, inhale, exhale, fold forward. Another opportunity. Let's just lean to the left, lean to the right. Okay, we're gonna come up, inhale. Exhale, tuck the tail. Inhale forward, all the way. Exhale, and then move to one side, and then over to the other side. We'll do this one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, tuck. So at your own pace. Inhale, exhale. Getting long in that low back. We stretch out the outer part of the back when we shift from one side to the other. Inhale. Exhale, come up, tuck. Ooh, okay, full cat cow. Let's release. Arms forward, shoulder blades draw away from each other. Hands down, lift the heart. Lift the tail, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. At your own pace. If you want to add a little side to side, little micro movement, go ahead, listen to the body. Respond skillfully. Release. Is it just you, or is this feeling really great today? It's really working for me. Okay, let's do our side stretch. We're gonna hold on with our left hand, reach your arm up and exhale. So let's just flow. Really allow yourself to be nice and open with each exhalation, just exploring the stretch to the side. Now we're gonna come up, take your left hand onto your right thigh, even grabbing onto the pant leg if you need to, because we're going to kind of bind and hold here. Breathe in, turn your heart up towards the sky, reach through the fingertips. Press down, feel the sit bone in your right hip, pressing down, getting that stretch in two directions. Once again, let's see, explore, reach. Okay, inhale up. And we'll just start flowing over to the other side. Like 3 really big flowing movements, warming up that side body. And then we'll come over to the side, rise up and switch your right hand to the left thigh and then hold it, turning your heart up towards the sky, reaching through the fingers as you root down through the hip. Stretch out the face if you need to, exploring the side body stretch, lift the navel. All right, inhale up. Exhaling, release. Let's get watery. Okay, inhale, grow tall. We're just gonna turn our heart to the left, take your right hand to the thigh and your other hand back. Inhaling, growing tall, exhale, and turning your gaze behind you. We're going to grow tall. On the inhale, on the exhale, we just gently guide the body into this gentle twisting shape. Take your right hand and then reach it up to the sky as if you're trying to get somebody's attention back behind you, sitting in an auditorium or something. And then just like this little bit of movement to explore, like if there's any little tightness or resistance, can we wake it up a little? Can we release it? And then inhale, unwind. All right, inhale, grow tall, exhale, over to the other side. So we're nice and tall. On those inhales, just gently guiding the body. On the exhale, you don't have to get to your max pose within the first, second of moving into the shape. We just gently kind of guide the body, maybe like a little kind of wiggle, a little just gentle movement, encouraging this release of tension. And then we'll take that left hand and reach it up behind you. Nice little upper body twist here. And again, little movements. Give yourself permission, move around, just see. Oh yeah, what feels good. All right, inhale, unwind. Exhaling, great. Let's come into a full, really big circle forward on an inhale and exhale. Bring it back, keep going. And then change direction, inhale forward. Back. Really starting to get into our hips, right? Like I love to exaggerate this one so that I can feel that stretching through the hip. And then we're gonna rise up. Good, get your thighs so that they're nice in parallel. And we're just going to lift and lower heels and toes. Stretch out the face. Why don't we do our hands at the same time? Open, close. Make a fist, nod. God, I love this stretch so much. Really great stretch to do on a regular basis. So just lifting and keep lifting and lowering the toes and the heels. Good. Now bring these two fists together to touch. And then bring the fists between the knees. Squeeze the knees to press the fists together. Grow tall in the spine. Lift the navel. Now, ankles out, ankles in. External rotation of the joint, internal rotation. Breathing in and out. And release. Good. Take the knees out again. Palms out, the backs of the hands to the knees, grow tall. Inhale, lift the navel. Exhale, press your knees in towards each other, but resist with your hands. So already I can feel like my heart rate increasing a little bit. Looks like we're just sitting here, invisible energy, but there's a lot going on. So like the more you push the knees, the more you resist, the more challenging it is. So just noticing where you're feeling it, inside of the legs, maybe even the shoulders a little bit. Okay, we're gonna release. Big breath in, let's just fold forward. On an exhale, inhale, rise up. Now take those palms on the outside of the knees. Now press the knees out and push the hands in, lift the navel. Start breathing, rocking the ribs. Totally different set of muscles, but we're using here probably feeling it on the outside of the legs. Keep going. Glutes a little bit. Okay, release. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale. Rise up. You know, we got to do it again, right? Okay, squeeze. Inside of the leg, adductors. Lift the navel. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And out. Keep resisting. One more breath in. And one more breath out. Inhale. Exhale, forward. Inhale, rise up. Palms to the outsides of the knees. Press your palms into the into the knees. Knees into the hands. Lift that heart. Shoulders are down. Okay, heart rate is really starting to increase here. Even challenging to talk. Keep pressing. Keep pressing. Okay, inhale, grow tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Bring those feet together and we'll come to stand. Keep the chair over to the left side. It's there if you need it. We're going to do some goddess stuff. So take the feet, really a nice wide stance. Point your toes into the corners of the mat. Just gently sink down. And rise. Tick-tock those hips. Do that one more time. Inhale down. Exhale up. Okay. Take the arms. We're going to inhale down. Expansion. Exhale up. Really active. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. Squeeze. Like lift the glutes up. Lift the kneecaps. Lift the navel when you rise up. Allow for expansion on the way down and just coming down as far as it feels good to you. So as soon as you start kind of leaning over like this, notice that. And like that's the point where you're gonna stop because we're gonna work through that resistance wherever you're noticing that resistance. Last one. Feet together. And we'll bring those feet together into a V. So you always have the chair there if you need it for balance. Okay, so you've got this V shape. We're just going to bend and rise. So when we bend, think expansion, but we're going to lift the arches of the feet and lift the navel. And when we straighten, think about pulling the thighs up in the front, but also pulling the leg muscles from behind up, including the glutes. So just kind of exploring that. Okay, so now we'll add the arms. So we're gonna pulse 3 times, kind of exhale, 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 and then a great big inhale, bringing the arms up. So I'll show you. So it's gonna like sniff out through the nose. So sniff out, sniff out, sniff out. Slow, big inhale. Lift the thighs, lift the glutes. Last one. And exhale. Release. Good. Take your outside foot, that should be the right foot, in front, so we're on a tightrope. So chairs there if you need it. Squeeze the thighs, lift the kneecaps at the navel, holding on to that pole, imaginary pole for balance, as if, you know, we are walking on that tightrope over Niagara Falls or the Grand Canyon, whatever it is. And just imagining you have that pole is somehow so super helpful. Okay, so just looking at one point for balance, some point that is not moving is very helpful. Keep like gently squeezing the thighs, the arches. And this is about 30 seconds. And that is what's recommended on the Osteoporosis Canada, practicing for balance. Now, that front toe, pivot it out to the side, the back toe, pivot it out to the side, bend your knees, you're in classic curtsy. Lean back, bring like 80% of your weight on this leg so that your glute wakes up a little bit. Once it's woken up, like makes a little fist. Come forward, maintain that. Come forward, push your front foot away, pull the back foot away as if you're trying to rip a hole in the middle of your mat between your heels. All right, and we're going to take our arms out to the side and do our little twisty action. Now, don't forget about the legs. Push one shoulder forward, pull the other shoulder back. Keep pulling those feet together. I'm just trying to distract you a little bit because I know this is really challenging, but you got it. Okay, we're going to release. Shake that up. All right, bring this foot, this outside foot and cross it. Squeeze the thighs, inhale, reach up, exhale. Inhale up. And exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over, reach, and then we're going to turn our heart down as we bring our feet to point forward and come into a forward fold. Pedal the knees forward and back. Rock your shoulders from side to side. Good. Now we're going to lift the left leg up behind you, flex the foot, and reach your right arm out in front of you, just gazing down, bird dog. Your hand can be resting on the chair, or it can be elevated. Turn your left toe down, and then we're going to release, bend the knees, and just slowly walk your feet to the back of the chair. Great. And then we'll do all of that on the other side. I haven't forgotten our sun salutations. They're coming. All right. Goddess, once again, sink down, rise up, and tick-tock, feel really long in the side body. Okay, so this time we're going to inhale, come down. Exhale, rise up, grab onto one wrist, over to one side. Switch wrists, over to the other side. Inhale, come down. Exhale, rise up. Inhale to one side. Exhale to the other side. Last one. Inhale, come down. Exhale, rise up. Over to the side. And over to the side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Turn the toes forward. And bring the feet together, coming into that V shape again. So last time we exhaled, 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 inhaled up. This time we're gonna inhale, 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 exhale up. Okay, so here we go. Really pulling those muscles up. Off the legs and the glutes. One more time, I'm feeling the heat building in the legs. Nice, okay, and release, turn the toes forward. Take that outside leg, we're gonna put it in front of the other leg. All right, and we're going to set up for balance, just like we did before. This time, opposite foot is in front, so it might feel different. And the challenge, so the first time we did it, that was just kind of establishing. Now this time, we're gonna bring some challenge into the balance by closing the eyes for any amount. You can always hover the hand just over the chair if you're feeling, if that makes you feel uneasy in any way. You could even just soften the gaze. And just notice when this sense is taken away, how it shifts the balance. And so you're really relying on that inner senses of like the ankles, the feet, breathing in, breathing out. Lift the navel, get really solid in your core strength. Nice and easy, opening the eyes anytime you need to. And then exhale, release. Turn your front toe forward, over to the left and your back toe over to the right. Come into the curtsy, lean into that back leg so the glute makes a little fist, maintain that. Come forward. 50% of the effort is in the front foot, pushing forward. 50% of the effort is in the back foot, pulling back, lift. Okay. Externally rotate, both hands lift the heart. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin back so the hands come together. Inhale. Now, I know I'm adding the arms here just for a little fun, but don't let go of that invisible energy at the legs. Keep pulling it, pulling the feet away from each other. This will be the last one. And whew, release. Straighten the legs. Okay, just shake that out. Cross that leg, outside leg, over the inside leg. Reach your arm up. Exhale. Just sway a few times. Inhale up. Now this time as we exhale over, turn your heart toward the chair, pivot the feet so that we can come into this forward fold. Stretch out the face, just bend the knees, rise up, maybe a little wiggle, a little slow motion tail wag here. Okay, this time the right leg extends up, flex the foot, toe turns down. Left arm reaches forward, just gazing down, hug the navel in towards the spine, bird dog. Lifting that back leg no higher than the hip. We're just exploring, can you lift it up just a little, like a few centimeters higher? And then we'll release the hand, drop the foot, bend the knees again, little wiggles, and walk your feet to the back of the chair. Nice work. Okay, let's do our sun salutations now. So we'll come into our forward fold, bend the knees forward and back. Inhale that right foot forward, knee over ankle, float your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down and step back. Stretch out the face. Inhaling, left foot forward, press into that back heel, lift the back thigh, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down and step back. Repeating, right side, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to rise up, walk to the back of the chair, turn the chair so that the chair is facing you, if it isn't already. And we're going to do a little bit of plank work. So as we've established before, some people feel more comfortable doing plank, hanging on to the side of the chair or taking your hands wide, but always making sure shoulders are over the wrists, and then we step back coming into that plank shape. Other people are more comfortable being on the forearms. So you have a big like squat here in the legs. Forearms are parallel, shoulders are over the elbows, and then we step back and hold in plank. So finding what works for you, I'll just demonstrate the straight arms. Pressing into the back heel, sensing into this weight bearing at the arms and shoulders, very important. Navel is lift up towards the spine. And then we're going to step forward with one foot, then the other, bend the knees. Inhale, float your arms up into chair pose. Just bring the arms forward, make a fist and nod at the wrists. All right, inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive down, coming right back into plank number 2. Choosing the position of the arm that makes most sense to you. I'm going to demonstrate forearm one now this time, but you do you. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in and out. Stepping forward, bend the knees, float your arms up. Chair pose, reaching up to the sky. Let's just circle the ankle, the wrists one way, circle them the other. Inhale, reach up, and exhale. All right, we're going to move the chair back to the center and grab that block. And what we're going to do is we're going to shift our weight all the way over to the right. Take the block underneath the left foot. So your left leg, left foot, left glute or buttocks is on the chair. And your right leg is on the side. Just hold on to the side of the chair. Come up onto the ball of the foot and just turn the leg, externally rotate, internally rotate. Grow tall, softness in the shoulders. Okay, just sense into that external rotation, that lengthening, internal rotation. Now that it's internally rotated, extend the leg out to the side. Toe points forward and you're sitting nice and tall. Okay, now this might be plenty of stretch for you, but if you want to explore pointing the toe out, pointing it back in, and you can feel in the leg joint this internal rotation, external rotation, just slightly. Okay, so just exploring that movement. And then finding the position of that foot that feels good to you. Hands on your knees, inhaling, exhaling, leading with the heart, come forward. And again, this might be plenty of stretch. And just breathing in and out, never forcing, easing up if you need to. Now, if you're like, yeah, but I'm not feeling a stretch at all. Okay, reach your foot out to the side a little bit more and it won't take much. And then I'm sure you'll feel it. All right, we're gonna rise up, really hugging the ribs, take your hand to the chair, inhale, reach your right arm up, exhale over. We're gonna do that again. On your next inhale, rise up, take your fingertips, feather touch to the leg, inhale your other arm up, and exhale over. So don't put any weight into this extended leg, just let your fingertips just kind of tiptoe down the leg, up the leg. And notice how like a lot more core involvement is required for this, for the control. All right, inhale, exhale, fold forward. Extend your right arm forward as if you're trying to reach something you just can't quite grasp. Take your other hand onto the side of the chair, and we're going to make this like swooping half circle around. Inhaling this half circle around in the opposite direction of the extended leg. With that same energy of like reaching for something that you just can't quite, get, you're reaching up to grab a light bulb or something on the top shelf, that extension. All right, inhale, exhale, final forward fold here. Take that right hand and maybe draw fingertips toward the floor. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. Maybe you can get your whole hand on the floor. Lean a little bit to that side, just exploring this leg joint stretch. Any amount. All right, rise up, drag your leg into the side, then bend the knee. Whew, big stretch. Okay. Shifting all of that over to the side, or to the other side. And if you have really long legs, you might not need the block underneath the foot, just saying. Okay, so the leg is slightly out. Lift the heel so that you're on the ball of the foot. Let's just do the little bit of internal, external rotation. Once you have this internal rotation, then bring the foot out to the side. One side may surprise you. It might feel very different than the other side. And then the toe, bring the toe in, toe out. Again, a little micro internal, external rotation. Finding a position that feels comfortable for you, inhale. And then exhale, hands at the knees, folding forward. Just gazing down at the toe. Stretch of the face. Just remembering this. For some people, it might be very, very deep stretch. So just going as far as it feels comfortable for you. All right, inhale, rising up. Take your right hand to the chair, reach your left arm up and exhale over. 3 great big flowing side stretches here. Inhale up, take your fingertips to the leg, reach your other arm up and exhale over. And so we need a little bit more control because we're not leaning into the chair. Inhale up, good. Hand back at the knees, inhale, exhale over. Now take that left arm, reach it forward, again, like you're just trying to grab something beyond your reach. Take your right hand to the side of the chair, circling away from that extended leg. Inhaling up, exhaling over, and repeating that 2 more times. What a glorious stretch right across and through the rib cage. Okay, inhale up, readjusting if you need to. Let's exhale forward again, and then taking your left fingertips, either reaching down towards the floor, maybe the fingertips touch and just exploring there. Exploring, further if that's available to you. And really being kind to yourself, especially if one side is very different than the other. Taking the hand back to the knee, inhale, rise up, drag that leg in. And exhale, release. We'll just push that block away. All right, let's come down onto the floor. Reaching forward, scrolling down, grabbing in at the knees, let's squeeze and spread the toes. Stretch at the face. Taking hands to the knees, we're gonna rotate the leg joint. So the knees make a great big circle in one direction. So we just did all that work on the adductors, change the direction, so you might feel it's like, oh yeah, I've been working on those muscles. I can feel it. Okay, feet up, knees out, happy baby. Folds at the feet together, knees away. Bring the feet up to the sky like you're making a V shape. And just do that a few more times. And we'll bring the feet down and then take your right ankle over the left knee, flex that foot a little bit and draw your right knee away from your face. Tuck the shoulder under, hands, palms down, push the low back down into the floor. We're gonna lift that left foot and now that shin is coming in toward the chest. So take your hands to the left leg, maybe grabbing onto the pant leg, taking the hand under the knee, or even clasping the hands over the knee. Inhale, kind of release, and exhale, just slowly hug that knee in toward the chest. Inhale, we gently release, and exhale, guide that leg toward the chest, and just repeating this gentle kind of rocking. So we did a lot of that inside of the leg stretch. So now we're shifting. We want to stretch out the outer hip. Release. Cross the legs a little bit more, like you're just lying out on the beach. Okay, big breath in. Let those knees just drop any amount to the right, just enough that you're going to feel now the outer stretch on the other side, more like inner T-band area, depending, remembering that we all hold tension in different parts of the body, so it might be different for you. Then we're going to inhale, just bring those knees back to center, take the head back to center, switch. Realign the spine, and then take your left ankle over the right knee, flex the foot, draw the left knee away from the face, tuck the chin, arms at your sides, press your belly down, and we're going to lift the right foot up, bringing the shin closer into the chest. Taking both hands to the right leg, grabbing onto the pant leg, behind the knee, perhaps even clasping in front of the knee. There's no right way, there's no wrong way, it's just the way that is making sense for your body today. And on the inhale, we kind of ease up, and on the exhale, we just gently guide. We're not forcing, we're just kind of easing the knee forward, easing it back, easing it away, easing it closer, with the intention of exploring and opening up this right hip area a little bit lower down this outer hip. Then we'll bring that foot down, cross the leg over entirely, so thighs are touching, arms are at the sides. Inhaling. And exhaling, just let the knees drop a little bit over to the left, enough to start to explore this stretch in the inner upper part of the hip. Any amount, you can gaze a little bit to the right if that feels good. Yawn, sigh, adjust as you need to. Breathing in. And the breathing out is really, it's where the magic happens. It's where we can just dissolve and let go of tension, creating a bit more space between the muscles and the bones. Now we'll lift those knees up. Take your foot off of the knee, realign the spine. Let's hug in, take your forehead to the knee, squeeze, exhale. Inhale, reach out like a starfish. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach like a starfish. Exhale, squeeze. And this time, inhale, reach out like a starfish and surrender to gravity. Big breath in. Oh, big breath out. In your own time, bringing the legs a little closer, arms a little closer to the body, maybe tucking the chin a bit. Allowing the breath to just flow once again, in and out of the body. Maintaining this present moment focus. Focusing in like entirely on yourself and recognizing that that is not a selfish act, but it is an act of preservation, renewal, knowledge about the body. Exercising this curiosity about sensation, breath, anything that you're noticing about the body, establishing these really important connections between mind and body. We can also notice the pull of the mind. We can notice where the mind wants us to go. We can notice if the mind is kind of tuning into any critical voices. And then we can shift. We can change that narrative. We can say like, not today. We can shift the attention to a more compassionate narrative. Turning up the volume on the compassionate voice. As we absorb the benefits of this practice. And then just offering up this opportunity to continue this compassionate practice by thinking of a phrase or a statement that you could really use today. Like if somebody were to walk up to you and say this, it would just make such a difference, whatever it is. Bringing hand to heart, hand to belly, and saying it to yourself and really meaning it. It could be anything like, I'm so proud of you. You are so dedicated to this practice. You are growing stronger every single day, both mind and body. Or maybe just saying like, hello, gorgeous. Like whatever you need to hear, say it to yourself, mean it. Then we'll bring a little bit of movement into the hands, the feet, the face. Inhaling arms up overhead, if that feels good to you. Oh. And then taking your time to bend the knees, bring the arms into the chest, give yourself like a little hug, rolling over to one side, just pausing here, soaking up all the good feels. And then just nice and easy, pushing up, coming to that comfortable seated posture, whether that's on the floor or whether that's on the chair. Just taking a moment, maintaining this present moment focus, bringing hands up to your heart. And really and truly thank yourself for taking care of yourself in this way. And we'll seal in with the unifying Om as we inhale together. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Take care.
I really like that